Hello everybody and welcome back to the next chapter in my, I guess, inside analysis and playthrough. I think on the last ep I just finished the bit where you had to avoid the shock waves. I don't know what to call that, but I think that's what I did, so now we gotta do some other things. Apologies if I like them going the wrong way, but I think this is the right way, so I gotta hold it. I only remember the details so much. Ooh. Guess I can probably just make that. Is there anything over here? No. So this is a bit more of just a timing puzzle, I think. Yeah, just barely make that. Not sure if that provides us with anything. That door being slightly ajar is very liminally creepy, right? I guess we gotta dive down. Yeah, I keep forgetting that I wanted to move it off of my slower drive so there wouldn't be those slight hitches when it loads new things. So how does this work? I think there's probably something up here that we pull that would then get that platform on the left extended out, that slightly red platform. Yeah. Ah, okay. Oh no, the creepy baby's over here. There's also a weird creepy sound that it plays when you're standing next to that window, which is a bit interesting to note. Okay, so now we have to do... How do we do this? We go like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that thing kind of bounced in a very natural way, I guess. Pull it again. And we should be able to get up here. Should probably turn this down slightly, or maybe not. Maybe it's okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. What? I'm stuck. Okay. So I have some down here? Well, what about the evil baby? She's not gonna let me get away with that. Okay. Guess I can just barely make that. Oops. I cut it too close. Swam too close to the sun, as it were. Oh, I've got the... Hold on, let me fix my, I'm gonna do this every time so that I don't start turning gray. Because the white balance thinks that I'm just too pale. I must be actually white. I must be the white reference point. It looks like an amplifier. I don't know, there's some kind of tape machine, so maybe. It's gotta be the case that I swing, right? I feel like I have to swing so I can get some more just distance to get to another one, right? Yeah. Now we can just climb up on this one. Okay. I actually do not remember all of the puzzles or anything in this, so I think I've been doing okay for not necessarily remembering. Oh, I do remember this. I do remember this. I don't remember whether I needed to do anything peculiar, though. I feel like I just have to jump as far as I can and then swim through the door. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was one. That was actually one that I thought of when I was thinking of analysis. So I maybe should have analyzed it a little bit more than I just did now, but yeah, one of the nice things, I guess we'll just have to imagine it in our memory, but one of the nice things about that puzzle, such as it is that the framing of the camera moves and looks down, right? And so that's a very subtle thing, but it implies to you that the solution would involve jumping from there, right? Now we also have these little kind of diving board things, right? It's very like portal type hint, or like The Last of Us with its yellow or whatever. And those I don't, oh gosh. I went slightly too far. Well, we might be able to see it again. I don't know whether it saves right after that thing that we did. It probably does, but yeah, it does. Okay, so those types of like colored things I think are less effective than designers seem to think they are, you know? I certainly never noticed playing like Uncharted that stuff you were supposed to climb was yellow until I was watching some developer video about it, and I was like, well, that would have been nice to know. I mean, it wasn't the only thing they had in the game to give you that information, but oh yeah, this thing I'm supposed to, I forget how this works. I think we're just supposed to swing. That's not gonna work. We have to get like a decent amount, I think, of... Can we not? Can I not turn the other way? Oh yeah, that's how this works. I remember now. We're using this to set her position way over there. That's all. Yeah, this one confused me though, actually. As much as the previous one, like the camera is just a subtle hint that I think works really well at suggesting that you should jump into the water there, because you can kind of see the door under the water, which you probably don't even know is there until you jump, but you can kind of see it under the water, and the camera like frames it such that it seems like what you should do. But this one's a bit more subtle because you just have to understand that the little girl stays where you place her, right? Essentially. So by putting her over there, you'll have enough time to get the door closed. Because it's not exactly obvious that she stays there, because she goes back under the water. There's just something so nice about like the flat colors of this. It's very muted. And I also find it interesting to think about, just because my own game kind of had muted colors for a while, but I moved away from that for several obvious reasons, I guess. But I think this game's kind of a testament to what you can do to make that work, right? And I think the main thing would be contrast, right? The problem for me was really not that I just had muted colors, it was that it was muted colors and it was low contrast. It might be arguably, in some parts, still low contrast, but more saturated colors, so... But, hey, you know, I have relatively little artistic experience, and I think I did okay considering. So some of this is pretty straightforward, but, you know, as is often the case in this game, I just kind of admire the aesthetics, which maybe is okay for us to do. So we got a little door we can open and then swim down here. So this one is probably something. Oh shit. Kind of knew I wasn't going to make that. I was wondering whether I needed to hit the button and then swim back up. But it seems like the answer is no. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I'm pretty sure this game uses some kind of dithering for the lighting, because everything's so... I mean, it's probably ruined on YouTube is the sad thing, right? Because YouTube and the video compression is going to shit on it. And I could try to produce the videos in 10-bit to counteract that, but I don't know if my computer can handle like recording 10-bit 60 FPS 1080p video for an hour or more. But I don't know where we have to go here. But so in any case, it may look slightly banded on YouTube is what I was going to say, but the color, there's like no color banding whatsoever in this game. It's very smooth, even though everything's like near black almost, which is like your worst case scenario for color banding. Okay. I'm just trying to remember what's going on over here. So... hold on now. I think I'm supposed to hit the thing and then close it also. Just don't know how. Yeah, I was right. I have to hit it, swim back up, then move her back over to the other spot. Then I have to swim down and close it on my way down. Yeah. Some of these puzzles just kind of... maybe, I don't know. Like, I feel like the interesting thing to analyze with this game is comparing it to Limbo, almost, right? And, like, what does this continuously do right that Limbo did right at the beginning, but failed to do for the rest of it? And in some sense, that thing that it does right is not be a puzzle game, right? So... a puzzle like this kind of just works by virtue of the fact that at most I'm going to have to do it like 3, maybe 4 times, because there's only so many things that I can't even do, right? So you're very limited in terms of your actual capability to do anything, and that makes it to where the puzzle's not that frustrating, I guess. Well, let's look at these water ripples. The water ripples aren't wild, but they're good enough. Yeah. I have not played Limbo, I think, since it came out. I played it once. And, found it... oh yeah, I remember they forced me to get drugged down by the little girl, and I think she turns me into a newt. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I have not played Limbo since it came out, or at least since I first played it, whenever that was. And I just remember being very struck by the start of that game, and then by the end of the game thinking that it was kind of a mediocre game with a nice beginning. You know, it was very polished, but it just kind of became a bunch of puzzles that didn't really mean anything, and yeah, so needless to say, this game is much better than that and sort of knocks it out of the park as far as doing the things that I liked in that game, only just kind of sustaining it across the course of the whole game. But you know, those things are things that take it away from being something that's like, say, Braid or something, right? Like, it's very different. Like, this game's not focused on puzzles, it's focused on storytelling. It just happens to have some puzzles in it. Look at these fishies. You can hear the sound of my dog drinking water while the fishies drink away at my soul. Go to the bottom of the ocean where there's some VHS cassettes. So that's what those look like to me. They look like cassette tapes. I'm not sure. Oh. I can swim! I'm alive! There's a weird, disgusting thing over here that I don't like. So which way do we go? Oh, the underwater lighting there with the dust illuminated is just really well above and beyond what's necessary. But yeah, I love the like weird abstract kind of, I guess, very brutalist architecture in this game. You know, I guess it's trying to make some kind of statement with the type of architecture it is, and that everything feels very inhuman, and also just the degree of abstraction that everything seems to have, right? It's kind of like, you know, are we at the bottom of the ocean, but there's like parking garages and like what's going on, right? And this, so there's a little wire here. Is that connected to something? I don't know. Seems to go around the corner there. Can we go back up? Or are we blocked? I guess we're blocked. There's a creepy person floating over there. Yeah, it's just the, I don't know. I feel like the game's probably most interesting to analyze from its kind of storytelling standpoint and like what it's trying to say with the thematics and stuff, and I'm just not the person to do that, is the thing. I love how they deftly avoid having to have any kind of physics interaction between these very like floaty type plastic and stuff and the player. So we got another creepy, foggy. Okay, neither one of these had like a creepy dude in it or something. Seems like some kind of distressing, weird experiments going wrong. Or going right. Is this a light? That is a light. Guess I should have known from the fact that there was light coming from it. But I didn't. But yeah, the just unfriendliness. The only thing we get is like numbers. How the fishies are following me. I am now a fishy. I am officially a fishy. Can I go up here? I cannot go up there. I mean, I can go up there, but I can't go through there. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, obviously you don't necessarily always know where to go. I suppose heading towards the loud thing that's making a lot of noise is probably a good idea. Oh, I gotta not get cut in half. But then I want to go down. I want to see what's down here first. Yeah. I mean, I'd have to go back, I feel like, and play Limbo. But I feel like just the gulf between these two games is rather large. They're not really close in terms of their level of design efficacy, I guess, but like I said, analyzing it in terms of the design, you can't really just do much analysis unless you're taking into account the story aims of it, right? Because these are how did I know they were gonna start stabbing? Yeah, because it's not just a puzzle game, right? It's not just about like having good puzzles, or and the puzzles are really not, you know, they're not used in a way. Oh yeah, there's this thing to grab onto, I forgot. They're not used in a way that I guess more puzzle-focused games use puzzles, like something like The Witness or Braid that I have analyzed before. Those games sort of use puzzles in a way that's more about... It's more about the puzzles, right? It's more like the game itself exists to thematically explore those puzzles. Now, is there stuff to the right? I have to say, I wonder. I feel like probably no. But like, I feel like the idea is that if you go over there, you die. So maybe I won't explore it. It's probably what it is. That's the mistake, is to go right. So, we got some sunlight reflecting here, streaming in. Nice rats swimming around. There's signs of life here, yet also still horrible death. Oh. There also appears to be a little pit down here, so maybe we should swim down here. I don't have to worry about drowning anymore, so that's nice. Yeah, it's just that those lights, and it's just so interesting because there's like such a, with the character has a very kind of cartoon style lighting, right? They've got these sharp edges and stuff on the edge of the shadows, but then the environments are just so realistic in terms of the way that they're lit. It's really interesting. That's like the little bonus thing, right? Am I wrong? Maybe I am wrong. Is there a way? There is a way under. Okay, so there's a way under. How do we get up there? I feel like those are the little bonus things. But how does I get to it? It doesn't look like I can get up anywhere, so that's interesting. But with that said, we're back up over here through the water, right? So perhaps there's something in the next room that might allow me to drop down or something. Is there a next room? Yeah, because I felt like that was a very subtle thing, and I was like, is that the right way to go? Ah, yes. Yeah, there is a way. Oh yeah, and I always liked this too, that there's just this subtlety of the little dark square underneath this that's kind of always there. Because if you're standing there, you're always going to be safe, even though you can't necessarily, like, you wouldn't be able to tell otherwise, just based on the normal light. Oh, that's interesting, because it's going to move that other one, right? So how is this going to work? shoot, forgot. Eek. So I don't know whether it's moved it enough. But it should be moving that down, right? So at least go to where it's like vertical, and then that's probably far enough to go get the little bonus thing. But yeah, that slipping here into the water or whatever, like that. Yeah, it was a very subtle thing. I probably missed it the first time I played. I would have to imagine that I did, or else I would have got this little thing. But, oh, please be close enough. Okay. Yeah. So how does this work? Or have I already gotten it? Oh, no, okay. I got an achievement. So I definitely have not gotten that. So we're like pulling something out of what looks like, I don't know, it looks like a bomb or like something, you know? That's our little extra secret things to do, is dismantle the atomic bombs. Oh. Yeah, so I have to... I feel like I can't do it unless I get it over the thing, though, right? I don't remember exactly. It's much harder to tell here where the thing is. On the left, you definitely can. Yeah, I have to get it over there because we have to jump off the top of the ladder. That much is obvious. Don't have to like use it to shadow the thing, but we do have to hop off onto this. Not quite close enough. Oh, continuous puzzle design. There's like, I guess there's generally speaking two categories of puzzles, I would say. There's puzzles that are discrete puzzles, and then there's puzzles that are continuous. So continuous would be something like that, where it's like there's like a linear kind of gradient, maybe. I mean, really it is discrete in the sense that you can either get on it or not, but the input that you have into the puzzle that determines whether it's right or not is kind of like the position of this thing that can move smoothly, right? Versus, a discrete puzzle would be something like Sudoku or witness puzzles or whatever, or, even just any kind of puzzle where, like a grid-based puzzle would be considered a discrete puzzle, right? Because although it could be in a bunch of different positions, it's essentially fixed positions, and you can probably count how many there are, even if. So we have to try to So it seems like to me every time there's these little dashed lines, that's their like indication that hey, you're supposed to run and as far as as hard as you can and jump as far as you can from this edge, right? That's very much like trying to pull a lesson from Portal. Like I said, I don't know how effective those types of things are. I feel like designers think they're maybe more effective than they are. Obviously, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, but obviously you shouldn't rely on it. And they don't really rely on it either, because obviously they do the same trick that they did before, where they point the camera down at that hole there. So I think this is a bit of a trick in that you think that you're supposed to go down there. It's interesting. There's no like volumetric shadow of the player character. Yeah, I'm supposed to like climb out though. What about to the left? What's to the left? Just a wall? Just a wall. Yeah, so there's a bit of a trick in the sense that you might think that you're supposed to swim down there. In fact, I just did, so. But you are not. You are supposed to just climb up. They even have like the nice little I don't know what you call that. I think they call them like, I don't remember. But the way that you model that light coming from the fixture, so it's not like just a pure thing. It has this little bit of you know, spots that are brighter and not based on how the thing is structured. They even do that. Just unbelievable degree of polish that's not totally not necessary, but very nice. Oh. Well, I didn't mean to do that. So that's the room with the water on the ceiling. Oh. I got some flickering lights. I see. So I think this will let us get back in the tank since we accidentally screwed up. So what's to the right? Let's check, because that's what I was going to do up there. I was like, well, what's to the right, though? Because my memory says that we jump on the little thing that fires us up, and then we jump into the water and swim up. But what's to the right? Oh. Oh, there's a whole thing down here. Am I nuts? Was I wrong? What? Oh, yeah. Because this doesn't have the stopper on the end of it, so it just keeps going, right? Is it going to kill me? Oh, no, I thought it kept going. Oh, no. Yeah, it does. But I have to get it on that platform. Oh, yeah, I remember. Oh, my gosh. This, I believe I have to pull this and then, like, time it to smash it. Yeah. And then I can, like, push this around and use it for whatever. Oh, yeah. So we do have a little bit of, like, physicsy puzzles coming along here, but they're just so subtle and just nice that it's good, right? Like it just gives you that little bit of, like, that's clever, and I like that, rather than a feeling of, like, I'm stumped on this puzzle and I'm trying to figure out this hard thing, right? And there's nothing wrong with being stumped on a puzzle, right? It's just, it doesn't fit this game, right? It's not what this game's going for. This game's going for momentum, right? The story has to keep moving. It's trying to be paced and not be essentially held back by you being really stuck on these puzzles. Not to say that somebody couldn't get stuck on them, but there's just so few things that you can do. It's not really, you know, it's not really something you have to analyze that much. You can kind of just intuit your way to that. So, all right, let me look back at this and think about it, because I'm pretty sure the thing is that this doesn't go far enough, right? Yeah, and so I think we need to put that block on that over there. But yeah, I just remember the first time I saw this, and it was just like, it's one of those moments in this game, right? One of these very creepy moments. But there's a thing there. There's like a button there. I feel like I gotta go do that. Don't know whether that's necessary. I do not know whether that's necessary. I guess I could check. Well, I don't know. If it is necessary, then I'll find out that it's necessary by doing it. So I'll just save a little bit of time by doing that. So I just don't remember. I don't remember if it's the case that I hit that and it raises the water or brings the water down closer to us, but yeah, this is like the second thing where it made me think about that, like, inside thing being, I don't know, being like a metaphor for something, but it has something to do with, like, you know, sometimes you don't know whether you're inside or outside, and here it's like the feeling of, like, underwater or over water or whatever, right? Oh. Huh. So here I must have to hit the switch again and then hop onto this platform, right? feel like this is another little secret. But yeah, the sense that like it kind of looks like you're underwater, but you're not. Room for reflection. That was what that was. That's the name of the achievement that you get. There's a little radio here. Okay. It just decides to come down on its own. It doesn't want us to be stuck. I don't know how many videos this is going to end up being. I probably said that in the previous one, but I think of the game as being not that long, but I don't know exactly because I don't think it was tracked when I played it before. I don't think I had it connected to the internet to track it or whatever. Oh, no. Oh, that won't work. That will not work. I need to do this first. Oh, actually, I think I need to do it the other way, didn't I? Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. So, now our box is unnecessary. And we can swim with all of the disgusting brains that are all hanging from the ceiling. Oh, God. They're moving. They're alive! You have to know that they're alive so that you can be disturbed. So here's like a weird thing that's obviously got a bright light on it. So that is like a common game design thing, right? That's like, oh, there's a... Oh, we can't go through that. Maybe there's another one we gotta hit. There's a bright light and go towards it. That one does work. Players naturally will go towards bright lights. So, yeah. Pull out the things. Oh. It's like this subtle, almost musical ambiance when you're under the water. It goes away as soon as you get above the water. Which is very interesting. This is also a very interesting looking hallway. Somebody's gonna be so upset with me that I missed something. I know I'm gonna have missed something in this playthrough and somebody's gonna be upset. Oh, there's more guys. Oh, more guys. Yeah, because I don't know, like, I guess when I first played this, I kind of thought, well, it's just like, oh, there is a box that I can grab. It's just like commenting about like totalitarianism or something, but I think maybe it is trying to make a broader point about like society or possibly social conformity or something. Pick up those people. Move them along. I mean, I guess that can be, in some sense. Oh, there's a little kid there watching this atrocity happening. Let me take you to work, son. I'll show you what we do at the old people slaughterhouse. Let's move this along. Oh. So we must be on the other side of glass now. That must be like the sense that we're trying to give is that we're on the other side of glass. Hopefully the power doesn't go out. I mean, I can still save the recording if the power does go out, but it would definitely be the end of the recording. I can tell you that. But, yeah, there's people in there, and so, yeah, I am on the other side of glass. I can see a little 04 here. So, yeah, we're supposed to be literally on some kind of portal-esque test chamber here. The scientists are watching experiment. Pull that water down. Ah, yes, I remember now. It's just such a subtle thing to decide to do that, right? To decide that, like, the camera should go into like another room here, and it should cut all the sound effects down. It's just I don't even know, man. The degree of like polish in this game is just absurd, as I'm sure everybody is well aware. But just doing something like that is so just wacky. It's just unbelievably wacky. You know? Okay, yeah, I remember now. Ah, okay, I did it wrong. I fell into their trap. I fell straight into their trap. So the trap is that you're gonna think, okay, I maybe if I get this box, I can hop up that wall on the right side. But really, what you need to do is put the box over here so that you can hop up into the water while it's higher and then swim over there. But yeah, just the subtlety of that, like, it's very film-like in that way, right? Of like just choosing to create an interesting texture, you know, to keep things interesting. I think the light, yeah, once I pass the light is when the door closes. Okay. And yeah, it keeps things interesting to have that subtlety of the audio cutting out. I don't know how well the audio is going to come through on this video. I mean, it's set to record it, but oh, yeah, just slight hitches when it loads because I have it on my slow ass hard drive. It's not the game's fault. It's my fault. But you know, I mean, it's respectable considering, right? Oh yeah. Now we got room here. People are working on these humans that are also servers, right? Because it looks like a server room. That's what all this looks like. Whoops. No. Didn't mean to fall. Gosh. Another one? Another kid in here? Gosh, why does this always happen? We always have these kids showing up. Yeah, I gotta watch out for my, like, reflection off of the bottom surface of the water. Can I go over here? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. That's just so ethereal and weird, isn't it? There's also a creepy door back here that makes me think something's gonna come through it. There is a big red button. The big red button is definitely important. Maybe those guys left. Oh yeah, they definitely... Oh no. Yeah? No? Yeah? Yeah, they left. Okay, so here's the thing. That's gonna like drop all the bodies. Come with me, and you'll be in a land of pure imagination. Yeah, so we got guys now. I can't remember what maybe we could do with these guys. They could just toss me up to hit the button, right? Toss me up, ye slippery dogs. Oh. They can't quite toss me enough. Okay. Can they grab the door? No. Huh. Interesting. It is always interesting when this game slightly increases difficulty, I guess I would say, right? In that the obvious thing didn't actually work. Oh, I hope I'm not too loud. No, it seems like I'm okay. I'm in the red zone, but that's not terrible. There's like another guy there. He's not doing so well. Ah, okay, yeah. Because now it's still very much like there's only two things you can do type scenario. But it is interesting. That guy's just not doing so well. So then they should be able to bot me in here, right? And so it shouldn't matter, hopefully, that I can't reach the thing from them tossing me anyway. So I guess I just need to drop down and hit it, right? Just drop down and hit the button. Okay. Easy peasy. Join my army. Even that guy. I thought he was a normal janitor for a second. It turns out that he's one of us. Join the workers' revolt. Oh, this is definitely a pit. Poor guys. Ah, yes. I remember this one. This was in the trailer. So I know now we are getting close to the end, actually. It puts me in a bit of a predicament. Because then I have to decide. Do we go ahead and end now, or do we power through to the end? Probably don't want to power through to the end. We're getting close to an hour, but it would be another 10 minutes or so. I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's try to do... So there is volumetric shadows implemented in the game. They just didn't use them in that particular scenario. Earlier. Because they used them there. Here... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait a second. I love how, like, weird and circuitous this stuff is sometimes. I also like this little, I don't know, this little mauve almost, like slight bit of color there of that door. It's just like, I don't know, there's just so many little things in this where it's just like a slight bit of color, right? And that's nice. I'm not going to analyze what the time on the clock is. Soon! Help me lift the door, my boys. Yeah! Ah! Ah, yeah. This is such a nice shot. Because it's just immediately, it's like, boom, this huge open space, right? And the camera pulls out, and the sound effects get quieter, and you get this nice little music here so that you just get this sense of just textures, just a textural difference. And that's like everything in this game, right? It's just like subtle textural differences in terms of the moods that it's trying to establish. But you do kind of almost have to analyze it a little bit more like film than... Oh yeah, and I love this too, right? Because there's the cigar that's smoking, so you know, like, oh, people were just here, right? So when you get over here, you're gonna, oops, wrong button. You're gonna get to, yeah, and you obviously see people moving along. Does the guy in the little go-kart decide to head out, or is he happy to stay there? There's a guy running. So just looking at the guy in the go-kart. He's like, he's security or something. That guy's looking at me or something. Yeah, I know we're gonna get to where everybody's looking at the thing pretty soon here. Oh god. There's some kind of fucking nightmare experiment that's smearing blood against the wall, and they got cameras and everybody can line up to watch this horrible experiment. And here we go. Everybody's lining up now to watch that horrible experiment. They don't even care about me anymore. We gotta see the thing. I remember all this now. I remember all this now. This is like that big moment where you're like, what are they looking at? What are they waiting for? What's gonna happen? Everybody else is going here. There's a guy, I think, who has a blue glove on there, it looks like. It's just slightly blue. But of course, I must go the other way. I am sorry, folks, but isn't that so nice? Just a little bit of like you could have just not had that. You could have just had like a little section that didn't have that, so you didn't have to animate the thing. Oh, the excesses of indie development. We know we're going to end this on like with a slight cliffhanger before the very end. And I know that very end is probably not that long, but since I don't remember exactly how long it is, it probably makes sense to end before then. Yeah. So everybody's gathered around. They're going to look in the tank from every angle. What are they waiting for? What do they want to see? Okay, what's over here, though? Is there anything up on this? No, of course not. Of course not. Guy looks over here. He's like, huh? What was that? Guess it was nothing. Run and jump as hard as you can. Another one of those little striped black and white things. Oh, we gotta open it from this side, of course. Yes, it's because there's some nice volumetric lighting. Yeah. So how does this work? Yeah, we can just move the thing, right? Oh yeah, we gotta smash our way in there, don't we? Isn't that what we do here? No, we go over here. Why did I think I smashed my way in there? I'm gonna end right before we go into the vat. It's about time anyway, so it's okay. We have this vat too, also. Okay. Well, I'm not sure where the next video will exactly start if I end here, but we're gonna end here. So thanks everybody for joining us, the royal us, for another episode of the Inside analysis series, I guess, such as it is. It's a kind of a replay and also analysis. Hopefully you've been having fun and you found this interesting. This video, as with any of my recent analysis videos, was brought to you by the Sexy Hikers Club, which is also known as the OnlyFans. So there should be a link in the description below. Some people have said that YouTube may be cracking down on OnlyFans links, which seems weird because there's not any explicit stuff over there. It's literally exactly the same as as a insert other crowdfunding website here link. So in any case, if you like to support these things, you can also get access to these like a month early or so, because they get posted over there about a month earlier than they do on the YouTubes or wherever you happen to be watching this. Whatever illicit pirate radio service of the late 23rd century that you're watching this video on. Till then, see you around. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. It's one of these buttons to stop this thing.